Hello, everyone. So here we are back, another Shadow Empire stream. The first thing to say is thank you so much to Slytherin, and thank you so much to Vic, who provides us this opportunity, who gives us this game. But again, yeah, Slytherin and Matrix, who have provided the forum, the medium for this stream, and therefore the ability for me to broadcast such a fantastic game. And I want to say, same as the last few times, welcome Munin and Floofy Bunny and Van Bishop, Kamistar. We just saw, I don't know if you were already watching the Slytherin stream, but we just had Richard York streaming some interesting tactical battle stuff. I was able to catch the very end of that. It's pretty interesting stuff. So there's no shortage of interesting games. In fact, I was just on this podcast for the Explorminate group and was talking with Ben there, and he and I were just talking about there's so many great titles coming out from Slytherin and Matrix right now. So today we're going to continue with our previous stream because I think this is a very good start. And we had this, great ability to blitz over and pretty much take over a minor. We did it. We started with the 2-city-state start. We're pushing our boundaries very nicely. We have already a nice rival built in, the Montenegrins. I just feel like this is no two maps are the same in Shadow Empire. And one of the things I should say I would love to emphasize is the planet creation, which is fantastic. However, at the same time, if I only ever do planet creation, we'll never know what the game looks like. So I'm going to try to start this stream by using the previous stream as our reference point, as our starting point, really. So let's try to remember what we were doing, not just for you, but for me as well. I know that we had a mission. We spawned some, rebel forces against the Osnabrück Reich. I was talking a lot about how we were just really giving them a big hug, but basically what I was saying is we were slowly tightening the grip, and the more stars were slipping through our fingers. Anyway, we're at the point of conquering this minor, and a little bit of open space above to the north. There is also Amona territory, so somewhere up here there is something of interest for us. Amona ends here and we go back to non-aligned forces. So, don't think there's any, it could be like some marauders up here. Something not of interest. Then we have the small, poor, terrorized group of Salhausen, the Salhausen domain. And they've gotten it bad. I mean, we do sympathize for the minor on the east. We don't really sympathize. We're just going to incorporate them. So it'll be a good thing for them in the end. The Salhausen have been beset on all sides, let's say. Well, first, we came in and kind of gave them the squeeze because we just wanted to get as much territory as possible before settling a peace treaty. But what's worse is then the Montenegrins, who have just come around, they've come around my borders. And now they're pushing against the Salhausen. They don't have a peace treaty, so basically the ultimate limit of the limit of advance is really the entire region itself. And that would put us in a bit of a precarious situation, having a city, a minor. It would no longer be a minor city; it would now be part of the major region, the major regime. That would be pretty close to our capital city. So I wouldn't like that. Mars would not like that. If we take the Expanse type tone to this. Anyway, I think this will be a really fun map to continue with. So that's the preview. Let's look at our decisions. Belteguz wants portraits in schools. That's the governor of Zelarar, which I think is the new conquest. Yeah. Sorry, not a new conquest. This is our second city-state. Let's see. We can allow it to get meritocracy and fist. Let's take a look. And I want to emphasize this because the more I play Shadow Empire, the more it becomes. It should be obvious, right? The planet generation and all that means that you're going to have a lot of replayability. But I've had this kind of enlightened experience, like, oh my gosh, no two gameplays are the same. It's very rare to find two planets that play even a little bit alike. And especially with all the different starting options, like I did the 2 city-state start here, so we kind of skipped the opening 4x expansion period. It's still definitely there. I mean, we're pushing our borders in every direction, but it's not quite as... it feels a lot more like exciting and new and fresh when you start with only one city. But, that also extends the life of the game. I mean, in a good way, but also, potentially in a bad way. If you want to finish a game in a reasonable amount of time, maybe you want to start with more city-states or more city regions. Okay, so in this one, the reason why I went off on that tangent is I've been doing so many different profiles, I can't keep track of which one is which. Meritocracy appears to be not one of the major ones we're going with here. We're going with democracy. So this is so interesting. I haven't done a democracy playthrough since this one. I did one another time, but yeah. Okay, so we have meritocracy down, which is actually the preferred thing, and mind up, which does look like it's the best. So it's our education board that makes these decisions. Now, Betelgeuse or Beetlejuice or however, is this Beetlejuice? He will not be particularly happy with this top decision, or this middle decision, but neither will he be particularly upset. So it looks like the only person who will be upset is our model designer, and he's not in a good way anyway. The top one, he actually will be okay. What is it that you're asking again? He wants to put a portrait of me and our most able commanders. Oh, the poor students. That would be very unfortunate for them to have to stare at this old mug all day. Well, I mean, maybe it would get the students to focus on learning. I think we'll go with this meritocracy mine one. It seems like the best decision. The best decision, obviously subjective. It fits our desired profiles. Okay. We can keep researching hydroponics, or we can do VidCom broadcasting. The VidCom broadcasting is just much more important for us. How are we doing? We already have Rifle 2. Let's just see if we can do anything new. Assault Rifle. Nope, so we aren't going to be able to do anything new there. What about with Machine Gun? We have Whirlwind. We get Whirlwind. Oh yeah, the Whirlwind's using a forbidden technology, so we don't want to upgrade it. Trucks are usually fine. I don't think there's any point in upgrading the Recon Buggy. We always like upgrading our artillery, which I've already done. Okay, the Abraham. What are we doing here? The Abraham is using the 40mm gun. I might have actually created this myself. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, interesting. So we might go with the medium diesel instead for our upgraded light tank. So let's get the Abraham Mark II, and it'll have a larger engine. Some thieves in Zelrar. Bummer. So we have a decent chance. It looks like we have a decent chance of actually defeating these thieves. I'll go for it. Success. So it was a roll of 142 versus 103. We actually almost reached our max. That's insane. Yeah, we rolled a 92, which is quite good. Okay, cool. So now with the decisions out of the way, we can get to the order of the business for the day. I think that must be running out of food or something. Ah, yes. We have no oil. Oh, we have plenty of things to occupy us. Okay, so, before starting this, I probably should have really dived in deep and see, how bad things are. Did I do anything silly like set up a... No, I don't think I set up a second SHQ. That's good. I did have some problems getting a second SHQ going in my previous playthrough, so a little leery about that. I think we were shifting these forces east, but we don't have oil to do it, but we have enough oil to get this one to move a little bit then. And since let's only focus on getting the unit with the best artillery to the front. This one only has 10. It is the only unit with artillery. I guess all the other ones are already over here. Yeah, we have one with 10 here. And then some Galactic Republic super unit. And these are the two rebels that joined our faction. We promised to invade. They promised to rise up. I think we did an attack and it went poorly. Because this is some atrocious readiness levels. We got readiness of 10 over here. I'm pretty sure we did an attack and it did not succeed. I probably did that at the very end of the stream because out of desperation to get something done before the stream ends. No, this is not a one stream type game. You can't accomplish everything you want in one stream. It's a nice long-term game. Okay, so what do we want to do? Let's move this unit over, get them going. I think I need to potentially station some reserves against Saalhausen. I don't know how things are going to go, but do we want militia or like who do we want? We have this unit, these units down here, the Magalum territory, and we're kind of at this stalemate. Currently we have militia pushing the border against them, so we can either choose to use militia or we can dedicate an entire brigade to that. There's no reason to think that the Montenegrins are going to invade us or that we need to be concerned about them. At least not for the near future. Pretty positive, we're friends. Yeah, so I mean, it's just a big question about where to move everyone. Without any supply, let's get this unit to move back. Kind of the same situation here. Get them to move, hopefully a little bit more into supply. I don't know. It really could go either way. Think that we'll... I think I'm going to keep our brigade in storage here. Storage, so to speak. And get the militia to wander off to the south. So, this unit may have even been destined for the... Oh, you need some trucks. The militia, some of these militia may have even been destined for the Eastern Front. But, forget it. Change your plans. Okay, these militia are just going to stay because I think there's an asset here we're trying to get. Yeah, we're just basically forcing strict borders so that nobody makes any... Oh, what our brigade can do is go up in here and kill these guys. Okay, we now have a task for them. And we're going to let the supply hopefully trickle forward. Now, as far as food goes, I think we were trying to address a food shortage. Yeah, so the truck station is not getting any fuel, and therefore it's not providing transportation. That's not good. But we do have an agrodome. Are we planning to upgrade that? What was our food situation here? I see a drop of 83, which is disconcerting, to say the least. Ah, okay, we just finished agrodome 2. That should help. We have 0.4 left on a rare mine, which is or is not being built. Yeah, 100% construction. Construction percentage is minus 5%. That doesn't sound good. What's the deal here? It's just that we didn't have enough oil for the truck station. Okay, well, fair enough. Sounds like a legitimate reason. We'll end the turn, and hopefully that goes away. Some movement over in Saalhausen. Welcome, Jaculus. It's interesting, our units of... Are we purple? Oh, we are purple. Okay. The Mars Tortuga Union. I even forgot my name. 3 decisions, no combat to speak of. Oh, Amona territory has violated our borders. I'll have to figure out... Okay, recycling facility on 4113 was removed because scavenge points have been depleted. And which era are we in? Our relations with most leaders will drop. Well, that sounds terrible. Our admin level has risen to 5. We received 4 cards, including Ancient Archive. That's one of my favorite cards in the game. We may have to maneuver some fate points around in order to get that one to work. Field training. I'm not sure that one is going to be effective. Well, actually, we could use field training on the army in the west. Let's turn this back on. Yeah, what brigade are you guys? The 1st Machine Gun Infantry Brigade. They might do some field training, although then we wouldn't be very effective doing our push against the whoever it was. So I wanted to show this. There is advice which comes up, and this is actually scenario, or I should say your situation specific, situational advice. Worker happiness in Zelrar is at 68. You could increase it by increasing their salary. To do this, you need to adjust zone orders for the zone. So we'll dismiss that, but essentially what they're saying is if I go to this, Zelrar, and I click on call the governor, they probably should mention that you have to call the governor. You can then go to zone orders. I'm pretty sure I've demonstrated that at some point in the past, but anyway. So fuel, we're back up to 46. Man, food is plummeting. Just when I thought we were okay. Wait a second. Wait a second. I'm a ding-dong. Did it say Agrodome 2 had finished construction, or that I just started construction? Because now it appears that I have not, in fact, completed Agrodome 2, like I just thought I had. How much money do we have? And it takes 1,000 to nationalize this one, which is still giving us 105 food. I mean, man, our people are very, very hungry. Very, very hungry population here. Is it the logistics still messed up here because of oil? No, we have that one back out, although does it take a turn to go into effect? We just have none. We have no logistics moving east. And next turn we will. Maybe it does take a turn. This is interesting. I've never seen this before. I don't fully understand this. So if we go to T for traffic signs mode, or alternatively here, we can double click on any of these. We received 25 truck points from Southwest. So not showing any truck points. 50 truck points. Okay. So we had 100 truck points. We sent some northeast. We sent some northwest. Huh. We do have 100 truck points. Why are the truck points decaying at 50 on the paved road, though? This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make any sense. Lord Polish asks, I heard that if I watched this stream, I could buy the game a week early. Is that true? That's right. For everyone who watches this stream, you'll be able to get it on June 4th instead of a week later. That's right. The rumors are true. Just spread the news. Yeah, this is a confusing logistical situation, which, boy, you gotta love logistics. Isn't there that old quote, have I already said this 1,000 times? Amateurs study tactics, professionals study logistics, or armchair generals study tactics. Professionals study logistics. But this is pretty confusing to me. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I really ought to have had Vic on the stream again so he could tutorialize me and therefore everyone else. We do have a railhead here which is producing 5 rail points. I'm not sure what rail points are. I'm going to have to, you look at some point the game has out-patched me. And by that I mean that I'm not able to keep up with all the new changes, the railhead stuff. I got to go back and read the manual. I'm making a mental note to do that today because it is released next Thursday, that is June 4th, right? I hope so. Hopefully I'm not spreading misinformation. Anyway, a little bit interesting though that the points does not spread anywhere further. It doesn't even show the 25. It says receive 50 truck points, but I don't see that highlighted on the map. Unless I'm using the wrong... Yeah, no, here... Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I stand corrected. This is current points. I have no points left available because all 50 of those points were used. Now it makes sense. Initial points is where we would see this. Now, I'm still left confused why our truck points dropped from 50 to 25 like that. So, that's were they being used here? Normally your truck points can survive, especially, like we can see the truck points here were going 92 to 85 to 60 to 35. So here we saw the drop of 25. Normally it happens a certain distance away, but we have a truck station here. Okay, I'm thinking that once you lost all the fuel to your city, it acts as if it's just completing construction again, and there's a one-turn delayed start. So I think that these truck points are probably actually like left over from the rail or something. I can't quite fathom why this is happening. So this received 1,003 rail points. This is the hex to the northwest of the city. Received 1,003 rail points from the southwest, and we sent them all 1,003 to the southeast. Then, oddly enough, we received 111 rail points from the southwest again, and we sent those back to the south. Wait a second. No, that's also from the southwest. Why are we receiving 2 sets of rail points? Now, action points 20 out of 40, 22 out of 40. Okay, that makes sense. It takes 2 other action points basically to move the rail one more hex. So I guess it's 2 like points of rail movement per rail hex. And this is interesting. We received the 50 truck points from the southeast, from the city, and we sent 25 truck points to the southwest. Yeah, this is interesting. Van Bishop says, no worries. I've been consistently outpatched since 96, and I still hold on. Yeah, but I really feel like I just talked about how logistics are so important, and now I'm sitting here and I'm really fumbling something. It's okay. It's not going to be... I don't think it'll be the end of this series. The good news is that logistics... Well, I would say that they're not crucial, but I'm going to take that back immediately. I do think that they are crucial, in fact. So, okay, well, let's start getting these militia down here. We know where they're going. These guys are going to head up north to deal with that threat. So, no training for them, not yet. We'll have them move as much along the road as possible for now, just because I don't want to mess with the supply situation. And here's 4. You'll continue to move south just to stay more in contact with the... I think that used... Let me go to used. Yeah, you were just small, just a smidge out of... okay, I want this unit here for recon. You were just a smidge out of supply. Just couldn't get all the supply you wanted due to the distance away. Now, it says Amona. It was Amona, right? If we go back to the video, whatever. Amona, yeah. So Amona has violated our sovereign territory, but I'm not really sure how to deal with that because I think we were already violating each other's territory. And I honestly don't know where it is that they're violating it. Our artillery to the front over here. Still want that. Aha, it's here. Got it. Well, I mean, we do want people to head that way. I may want, though, this unit to be close enough to get supply. Same with this one. Yeah, and the 4th battalion over here is just going to head east. Fair enough. Decisions. Policy speech. Okay, nice. We can further enforce mind. I do like a little bit of heart. Let's take a look at what our profile looks like right now. We only have engaged politicians, which is democracy, and we have technology fascination under mine. None of the other ones have been won for us yet. We haven't adopted anything. So both fist and heart are possible, although national pride is significantly less now because the heart is diminishing pretty quickly. Fist at 8%. Extra militia battalions is good in the very beginning. So I find Fist good like as an opener if you're really beset. But, you know, maybe not great after that. Okay, so... Enforcement, that's an interesting one. It appears that that's what we're actually going for, too. Our goal is industry assets reach at least level 4. What level are we at? We have industry 1 here. We have industry 1 there. What? Level 4? Am I doing something wrong? Okay, there's another light industry. So we need to increase our industry assets by 1 somehow. How much metal do we have? We actually have enough to do it. We can, well, assuming we have the logistics, I kind of hope we do with the railroad connection. I think we could actually get, yeah, this would be, I think I mathed it out, and it's better to go from Industry 1 to Industry 2 than to build a second Industry 1. But it's also cheaper to build Industry 1, just straight up. I mean, it's not as efficient, but it's cheaper, and sometimes that's just the better choice. 1,500, we have the ability to do this now. Okay, so let's accept the first policy.
Roger that.
Get our enforcement up. Do we want to upgrade? Yeah, we'll upgrade. You know, I don't think we're having any problems with unhappiness. Either mind or enforcement. Boy, this is a tough one. That's a good question. I almost always do the elite snipers, so let's do the veteran sergeants. Let's really focus on enforcement in this one, which hopefully helps us when we conquer new places, but I don't know. PS359 says that if the planet is more Terran-like, can you build regular farms rather than dome farms? Absolutely you can. In fact, what's even better is when you build your farms, if there's like grass. Can we do open farms here? I don't even know if this world, I forgot. Is this world? No, does not allow. So this is the part of the planet creation screen. Atmospheric human hazards. This means, do we have to wear biosuits? We do. Xenobiological hazards. I think this is, are there alien creatures that are going to hurt you? There are not. An atmospheric farming hazard. This is exactly answering your question. Toxic. So we cannot, in this case, farm externally. We have to use domes because the air is too toxic for our plants. But it's all modeled in there. So we'll use these agrodomes, and you know, if you want a nice, easy start, I just want to emphasize that this game is very difficult. For those of you, there have been several people following Das Tactics and I's multiplayer series. We're playing on a moon, and it's a very difficult start on hard difficulty. Now, it's still 2 against 1. Like, us 2 as majors, we're both majors, against one other major. But still, it's just, even the Marauders, just getting out of the opening start has been hell, to put it lightly. So it's been very difficult, very challenging. So this game is a difficult game. Do not underestimate this game. I recommend playing on beginner mode with a Earth-like planet. I forget what the name of it was. Sorry, I'm blanking on the name. But it's the middle right, middle column, or middle row, right column. So it's quite nice. Okay, let's make sure we're making some progress today. I want to zoom out just to see the general state of things. You haven't moved that guy. You have moved. My SHQ, everyone's moving. You're going to stay there. You're moving. And these guys are, I guess we can do bombardment. Let me see if I can switch. There are some people with artillery. Let's see if we can kill some units or do something. Alright, I saw a couple hits. 4 hits from this artillery, which is, that is many more hits than I expected. Still, there's tons of troops in here. 2,400 is showing. We lowered their readiness a little bit. Actually, to me, one of the more important things is how much damage did we do. It doesn't look like we did any damage to their structures, which is great. So that's good. Okay. That's not enough damage to really encourage us to attack this turn. I mean, this is a very well defended. What I was planning to do, honestly, was, maybe I should still do it. Let's back up here and back up here. Let's see what they do. Will they expand out? I want to kind of cut their units off piecemeal, not... In fact, I only need to take the town. So if we can get them to leave their town, which the AI is smart and they probably won't, but if they do, it would be great. In fact, I don't actually even want this one to be vacated. Let me swap some people around. Just, you're allowed to go here. In fact, no, you're even allowed to go here. Let's pull them back. If we attack, we do want to surround. There is a concentric bonus for attacking on more sides, but if we can get them out of the city at all, that would be nice. This is unfortunately, although I do want the free folk town underneath, it's also the furthest away from my supply lines, which are already pinched in a bad way. So we'll see if the truck situation gets better when I end the turn. Okay, there's definitely attacking and aggressive stuff going on against Saalhausen. And, oh, okay, they did attack and then lost 200. Oh my gosh, no, maybe I lost 200. Okay, this is good. Good in air quotes here. So yeah, we lost 200. Oh boy. 7 decisions. Metal mine at 4112. Man, everything's being removed from there. 4112, 4112. Before I forget, 4112 is... I think he's got the number wrong. I'm pretty sure this is the place where all these things are being removed from. So yeah, there's no more runes here. There's no more scavenging. Metal mine, which was here, is now also gone. Did we start building? Did I forget to start building? Waste 1. I did forget to start building. So let's actually start building this industry.
Yes, sir.
And we have, okay, I think what I'm saying, look, I'm not 100% sure, and that's the sad thing, but it looks like my guess about logistics was correct, that any effect on oil is going to delay you 2 turns. I'm not sure I agree with that. It seems like as soon as you get the oil up and running, you should be back in business. I may make a post about this. I always say I'm going to make a post, and I don't. So I'm going to Slytherin right now. New post, new topic, delay, and so oil delay and truck points. All right, there. I will remember now to leave this feedback. It is beta, so I haven't mentioned that. I should have mentioned that as well. That we are looking at a preview copy. This is the beta. It is not released for another week and some days. So the fact that Vic has already gotten this far and is already this smooth and polished is just credit to him, but not a reflection of the final state of the game. We're still going to make some progress. Okay, so let's cut this guy off. Probably just subject ourselves, unfortunately, to more... Can we get over there? No. Probably just in the end subject ourselves to more... Yeah, boy, these guys just got decimated. Can anybody do ranged attack stuff? A is ranged attack, I think. So let me just look for somebody with ranged attack ability. I think one of these guys had it, right? This is literally just 20 irregular trucks marching around. Yeah, none of these guys have artillery. It must be all over here. Okay. Well, we can do more bombardment just to keep the townsfolk busy. We're getting hits too. I would prefer kills, but yeah, their readiness is actually going up overall. Oh boy, oh boy. But that should be hurting the population's happiness and all that, and maybe, just maybe, we'll slowly do like the economic damage. Oh boy, are we out of food? What's the deal here? How come nobody's getting supply? Is it logistics again? Yes. This truck station just didn't... No, it did. Initial points. What is the deal? What's our... Okay, this is the bottleneck mode, which I honestly don't use very much. So it seems to be telling me that if we were to build a sealed road this way, we might have more capacity to head south. Or is this bottlenecks... Yeah, let's take a look at this. Let's do an investigation of the logistics. Oh boy, this is a long list. But yeah, let's start here. It'll be easier. We received 145 truck points from the northeast. It took 10 of the 58 we were able to go. We sent all of those truck points to the southwest. That took another 10 points, so we're up to 20 out of 58. Why is it happening twice? Okay, truck. Huh. Yeah, I just don't understand this. So truck action points, we should have 100 truck action points. You know what's weird is this one has 10 of 58. This one has 110 out of 100. Something's up here. I can't put my finger on it, but something's not quite right. Oops. Yeah. What's the blink counter there? You can't see what they are due to fog of war. That's right. Yeah. So these are blank because I don't have information on what exactly they are. Yeah, that little question mark there. Okay, this is, I mean, again, logistics in this game are very important, but I have in mind at least, I have an idea to do a tutorial series on this game because I think it'll be very helpful for people. I'm going to have to learn the game myself. This is really, I don't understand fully why that's happening. Okay, let me look. Let's see, we have... Do we want to let them push out again? I think we still do. The problem is that these units are out of supply. Even though now we are actually getting... Yeah, we are getting supply all the way over here. So if I go to used... Okay, we are able to get supply all the way over here. So these guys should be... What did you not receive? Replacements. Fuel. No food at all. Yeah, we're in like seriously desperate situations for food. Alright, well, I mean, I guess that... I know I wanted to build in fact, I already am building the industry, but more important things have come up.
Yes, sir.
We're going to need more food. I don't know why. It seems our food is positive. Okay, let's get to the decisions. We'll take a candidate, yeah. Supreme Command Council. Political power is doing okay. I think we'll leave it 50-50 split.
Roger that.
Economic Council. Well, this distribution doesn't quite please me. I think we'll take this down. Prospecting, probably not as important right now. Maybe take it down. Yeah, discovery and research, this is what I prefer. And VICOM would be really nice. Yeah, we'll leave that as is. I think I'll focus more on discovering for now.
Understood.
Foreign affairs. Yeah, we definitely want to focus more on major diplomacy.
Yes, sir.
Industrial accident. Uh-oh. A machine derailed and is causing toxic gas to escape into civilian quarters. Boy, there's a few typos there. Can I count on your support to minimize the damage? Oh boy. Typos everywhere. Yeah, it looks like we'll have an ability to succeed in this role.
Yes, sir.
Success. Very good. So danger did increase. We lost 800 population, 200 workers. How we doing? Okay, we're net positive still. And good happiness. How's Delaware doing? They're doing okay. We could increase worker happiness. I guess I will take a look at zone orders. Yeah, it's about right. This is what I would expect actually, so
Yes, sir.
confirm those. Those are our decisions for the turn. Okay, well, let's just keep playing the logistics game here. Trying to figure out what's going on. See, I can't quite puzzle it together. Oh boy, they did bombardment, and it looks like they broke free. Who took with that? Might actually have to look. Oh wow, yeah, there's... Oh boy. Another successful attack. By the way, if you're out of supply, you do suffer some pretty poor penalties. So that's... If I can figure out the logistics situation... I mean, we basically need to figure out the logistics situation. We killed 400 troops, lost 500. We have 3 decisions. Okay, let's see what's going on. Side skirts. I don't know how effective side skirts are going to be for us until we can actually get some industrial base, metal, all that stuff set up. Let's see how construction's going, speaking of. Okay. We were able to produce at 84% of capacity. Worker limited, it seems. Alright, so this situation is just, like, it's just not getting better. The palace would have been nice to keep because... Oh, it's only political points plus 1. Okay. So what we're going to do is break out, if we can. Start retreating. They've won. They've defeated us. You have the better of me this day. We can still do our ranged attacks, though, which we will. Maybe we'll get some kills.
Roger that.
Lots of hits. I'm not going to be disappointed by this. Lots of hits, but no kills. That's so funny that we're just getting slapped around by this miner. Okay, 1 second real fast. I'll be right back. Well, we're all having an entertaining time in these work from home situations. So I'm this is what liberates me to do this stream is that these, what is normally a work time is I just shift my work schedule. Funny enough, somebody we scheduled some maintenance for this morning before the stream began, and this is so funny how it always works out this way, doesn't it? You schedule a time, in my case, between 8 and 10 a.m., and they're just showing up now at 11. Oh man. Anyway, well, might have to go out and explain some things in a moment. So I apologize for the interruptions. Let's look at our decisions. Guided RPG is what we're currently doing. I think that's probably better than side skirts. We just don't have any armor, which is going to benefit from that. Not yet. Accept cultural exchange. So this is interesting because Montenegro, I'm in theory very happy to work with them, but they're also about to take this city right next to me, which means that I'm maybe not as keen to be friends with them. Okay, let's just see what's going to make the most people happy. Model design guy, a military research guy is not going to be happy. Economic council, which is very important to me, is going to be very happy about this. I do honestly think we're going to have to go with it. It's going to limit our enforcement a bit. But I don't... yeah, let me see. Yeah, so let me go with this. Meritocracy enforcement, that's a no-brainer. This time we're going with enforcement. And... Okay, so let's How do we want to deal with this? Let's see. So we are starting to collect a few forces over here. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, sorted out. Okay, so let's see. God, that was this utterly distracting. Didn't need to happen. Just didn't need to be this way. Don't think we're going to be in a good situation on the east. Trying to collect myself back. I guess we can surround this unit and start going to town. I mean, hey, they have the asset. We want it. This is a simple... It's a story as old as... a tale as old as time. I'm actually thinking, what if we go in and try to ninja Solheisen? So what if we set up on the border and we just decide to attack Solheisen when... Right, like maybe we can wait for the moment when it seems like they're about to break. Okay. If I do that, I need to... Okay, I don't think I'm going to use my brigade for this. And the reason is that my brigade is actually machine gun infantry. They're much better at not attacking in cities. So we'll move these guys up. Like so. And I'm going to start to position my troops back over here. So first goes up, but what about militia? I don't have any militia. Okay, well we'll keep an eye on the situation. It's promising. I believe, if I saw the history correctly, they did expand. Oh, no, maybe not. How did this work? It was bombarded and then taken? Okay, I don't want to watch my defeats. Don't show those to me. Okay, oh, these are arachnids. Oh, this is so cool. So speaking of hostile life, we got some hostile life right here. We're going to be probably out of supply there. Maybe we're okay. I don't know. All right, let's end this turn and see how things go. Again, we're still kind of waiting. I guess first, before we do that, we can look at logistics. 7, 4, 3. Yeah. Okay, I guess... Yeah, I guess that we're going to have to wait one more turn. So, it looks like we're getting supply all the way out here. Let's do a quick investigation of the traffic signs. So they received 138 and received 500. So yeah, this is again this thing which is confusing to me. So one's at AP of 140, one's at so it takes 5 to move because it's a sealed road, not dirt road. So it only takes 5 to move. I'm learning though, right? It takes 10 to move on dirt road, 5 to move on sealed road. That's good. Good news. We're learning. Why is it that there are 2 reports with different truck points though? Should they not all be from Zellerar? So we got 500 points. We sent 500 points that way. We received 238 truck points. This is it. This is what we received from the Northwest. Oh, okay. So what if we do this? What if we do this? I think that AP. Let's do an experiment here. I mean, we're going crazy on construction. I don't think I can do this, but what I want to do next is actually build a not a truck station, but a supply base. Does not increase your truck range or truck velocity when it extends non-cumulatively a bit further. Excellent to quickly extend the limit of your logistical network as these bases are very rapidly built. Okay, so this is pretty easy to build. Let's just try it and see what happens. Okay, let's actually build it right here. So we're at 105 AP and 5 AP. Let's see what happens if we build just a truck station right here. Or maybe I'm trying to figure out what it'll do. But actually I want to build it in a meaningful way. So where's our truck points going down? 25, 20. Still okay there. Okay, let's build it here. Yeah, supply base. It's going to take oil, which is the last thing we have right now, but whatever. Oh yeah, we're going to run out of oil. Okay, well, that's what traders are for. Let's buy some oil. Fuel. It's pretty cheap, too. Oh my gosh, we'll buy all of it.
Roger that.
Just to, you know, buy us a little bit of time here. Metal can be sold for a ton right now. Oh my goodness. We'll do that. I think we're going to be losing metal pretty quickly, though, because we don't have we may not have a source of income for metal right now.
Roger that.
Food situation looks good, which means I didn't need to build this. I probably could, like, stop building it, but okay, we'll just take the extra food. We can cut down production when it's finalized. Pretty interesting. Okay, so we'll see what this truck station does. I'm very curious to see. Yeah. Okay, they're bombarding. Man, are they getting... Is this it? This might be the end of the city. How will they... Oh, they did expand out. Interesting. And the arachnids... They moved back. Well, normally I like defense. So I like it when they attack us, but our defenses have not been going that well. So maybe I'm a little bit happy that they didn't. I'll move this guy here. I'm going to let them have these places. You can have them. Interesting, we could attack. Alright, this is good. Oh my gosh, this is actually... Oh lord, this is a battalion. We have real troops being involved here. We can get 8-1 if we do the attack. It's not bad. I think what we'll do is just do a regular bombardment first. Soften them up. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Roger that.
So still got 5 hits. Not bad. Took the readiness down a bunch. So if we were to attack now, somebody... Wow, it would be 24-1 odds. I still don't want to do it because I don't want to kill them out. Well... Okay, let's do it.
Engaging enemy. Mission successful.
Killed 2 units. It's acceptable to me. I'm not going to move any troops in, though. In fact, I want to keep moving this guy out. He couldn't move there before because of zone of control, but once we push this guy back, there's no zone of control, he can move back. So just put him back into supply. Food drop this turn. I have, of course, oil. Like, okay, fuel is a huge problem. We need fuel. Is there any source of fuel? I wonder if I can just scrap units that are using trucks. I mean, some of them at least. Are you completely done? Construction was finished. So I don't think it has an impact this turn. Huh. Okay, so 125, 130, 25 to 30. So 125 and 25 to 30 and 30 respectively. Now it received 175 points. It sends 162. Received 140, 420. Okay, so that's right. The truck points are dropping because the AP is over the limit. That makes sense. That makes sense. How much does it drop by? Is it proportional or something? I don't know. We could actually break it down. Yeah, this game's complicated. Let me tell you. It's actually just slightly beyond the cusp of my understanding right now. But we'll get there. Alright, this militia unit can probably move back. I think, well, let's just have them move this way. Now that I know that we're dealing with spiders, I'm terrified, but also a little bit happy that we don't have to deal with, full on, I don't know, maybe the spiders are worse. We're going to have to build some roads up here too. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have plenty of IP. Let's just do this. So let's just build a road north so that we can get more supply. People now can move freely forward without fear of losing supply. Should be good here then. Got an entire, this is kind of funny to think about. We have an entire brigade chasing a single unit of spiders. Damn those spiders. I mean, but hey, our people need some good news after Onsdebruck has just been just a constant source of bad news, just a disaster for our military. Oh man. Okay, we're not going to add any more organizations right now. Sure, we'll do scientific cooperation. And that's it for this turn. I'm worried. I think that we're going to lose this city. We're not really in position to do anything about it right now, but yeah. They are expanding out. Now this is, like I said, both good and bad. Okay, the Arachnids attacked. They lost 100 more people. It's good. We killed 100 infantry, but really spiders. And we have 3 decisions. We gained Storm something. I didn't look. I clicked too fast. We have our upgraded light tank. What was that profile? Strong arming. Got it. What the hell? Amazing. We gained strong arming, which is the 3rd tier one, had a 7% chance of being gained. We still haven't gained either of the first 2 tiers of enforcement, just the random luck stuff. So this will increase the recruitment by double. Yeah, I really want the logistical. I really want the efficiency goals. It's the one I want the most. Tax bonus plus 50%. We have a guest trying to say hello. Okay, so that's a little bit of an interesting situation. Alright, how else? Do we want to push our attack against the spiders? Oh, most importantly, what is going on here? Huh. I just don't know what these supply bases are doing. The previous turn, can we look at the previous log? Oh, it actually shows the source. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this truck from 4113 is actually this truck. Stop. That's the one that... I mean, of course, we knew that, right? But it doesn't make sense. Why would the trucks not drop their supplies here and let the new trucks go further? This is interesting. Don't quite understand that. Anyways, our folks down here have been holding up nicely. I guess we can get them into position and maybe do the attack. Sounds like a disaster. Our military doesn't need more disasters right now. So yes, the spiders then. To the spiders.
Going in.
Oh god,
Mission
they're killing
successful.
us. Okay, not bad. We killed both of them. Very good. 200 down. There goes that unit. Okay, good. That was nice. So, does that mean that there are no more spiders over here? I hope. Probably going to lose supply on these guys, but I think it's okay. Uh-oh. More spiders. The spiders are hanging out in the city. This is a little bit unusual. They have made their dwelling with the people. This is interesting. Okay, let's try to salvage the situation over here as well. I don't want to lose this. This one has research bonus points. So... and we basically want to shift you back and shift the militia out. Yeah, these guys are definitely having a hard time. So are they not getting replacements? We're not getting replacements. Probably because I don't have replacements to give yet. Let's start doing some... yeah, we have metal. Ooh, we don't have metal. Is this done? I really hope this is done. Oh, lordy. It's got 0.2 left. We are out of metal. Do we have a metal income? Did I sell metal, like, in a bad way? We have 0 production. Ouch. Time to check our assets. Okay. We do have scavenging here. Yeah, we do have some scavenging here. So we have a very small amount of metal income. And that's I don't know if that's worth buying. It does piss off our people. Where else do we have ruins? Nowhere near? I mean, if that's the only place with ruins nearby, we will have to buy it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's buy it. Whoops. It's actually given us quite a lot of stuff already. We'll see. It's at 41 and 15. Let's see how that it is changed in the next turn. In fact, let's do our decisions, look back at that again, and then memorize that number for the next turn. Okay. Incident with missing sense of humor. Uh-oh. This is our Military Research Council guy. No, it's not. It's our model designer. I'm never a fan of... I'm going to let the meteor... yeah, so it is this Research Council guy. We're going to discipline him because no unrest is good. And, hey, it's going to make our model design... maybe he is jealous, wants the same position. Who knows? just because our military research advisor is incompetent or doesn't like us, I'm going to drop his money even more. Foreign affairs, I just don't see the use in this at the present moment. That's a little bit too high for Supreme Council. We're doing quite okay with that amount. So Economic Council is just going to get a huge boost, I guess.
Roger that.
Speaking of model designs, could do a new anti-tank gun, sure. 88 millimeter. No, cancel. Is there any? Oh, I guess the cost. Yeah, I think 88 millimeter. I like it.
Understood.
Okay. Wait. I had a road going north in Mars? Oh, there really was a metal mine going up here. Okay. And now this road just does nothing, but... So probably what we should do is go to our transport things and say, completely forbid any traffic north. There's no reason for it to be there now, because all the supply is going different directions. Guess what we have to do is our normal bombardment. We almost forgot. Did cause one to retreat. 3 hits so far. 4 hits, 5 hits, 6.
Roger that.
Nice. Not bad. I mean, right now it's just to annoy them. We're not going to be able to do anything. It's so funny. We thought this would be such a... Or I should say that I thought that would be such a steamroll. But boy, it has not been. And I just know, I have a very strong feeling that we are not going to be able to just steamroll this either. We're going to need more units. We can probably cut them off, unless these are also spiders. Spiders everywhere. Okay, so I'm not really sure what the supply base is doing here, besides taking up my valuable fuel. In fact, I'm probably going to buy metal back. This is just really terrible resource management on my part.
Roger
I just
that.
want to make sure we have enough to finish that industry. I know that we have a small metal increase, but not much. We'll probably end up having to sell rare metals and buying normal metals with it, which is such a weird situation. So maybe economic, we do need to kick up. Oh, wait, we have metal over here. Oh my gosh, that's going to be tough to get to. Where else do we have metal? This is the best screen. Turn off infantry. No, that was rare metal. Wow. So this city is so important now. Osnabrück has just become priority number 1 because whoever controls Osnabrück controls the metal. Yes, that's a reference to Dune. Alright, well, we'll just have to get it done somehow. I don't know, it's like a logistical nightmare so far. Oh god, they've taken it. Well, that was quick. Wow. Whoever that was did attack us and they killed 100 units. Sorry, Trader Society. But at least our industry assets have gone up, and that's good. That means we finished it without running out of metal. Oh, so sometimes this happens. There's like a disconnect. Just zoom out, zoom back in. We got it fixed. Yes, this is the spider people, I assume. Yep, 400 arachnids. Killing my militia troops. You know, one of the things I forgot to do is we do have that really nifty stratagem. Nation. Yeah, Ancient Archives. One of my favorites. So let's just take a look at the tech tree, because who doesn't like looking at tech trees? It's a pretty expensive one. So Ancient Archives is going to give us one technology at random. There's just so many cool little techs here. High-tech industry. I don't think I've ever gotten to photonics. I've had beam guns before, though. Did I discover those, or... I don't know. It's interesting. Fusion atomics. It's just so cool. So let's go ahead and roll the dice then and see what we get.
Roger that.
Atomic fusion missile. Atomic fusion missile. Okay, we can build atomic fusion missiles. Now, in order to build these, we're going to have to unlock the type. I think we need atomic launchers. So we're a long way of being able to use that, but hey, we just need mechanized artillery and then we can start the progression. That's pretty darn cool, though. Alright, instant... Oh gosh. So the Military Research Council guy, he's just in a death spiral. I have found this happens with leaders. We'll go down to the bottommost one because it's, at this point, I consider this guy a sacrificial lamb. He's going to be useless to us. We'll probably have to replace him. And what I'm saying is, I have never found a situation where this... when they're this low, they don't ever seem to recover. They just get worse and worse. Kind of makes sense, too. If somebody starts disliking you a lot, you know, people become entrenched.
Yes, sir. Copy that.
I did not... That was a misclick, but that's fine. Oh, a slave trader. We can sell 2,000 people for 250 credits. We can buy 2,000 people for 500 credits, which we can't afford. We could extort tax payment from the slave trader, which is pro-government. Or we can get rid of this evil trader, and that gives us enforcement. Well, we can't extort because we will fail that roll. It's an intimidation roll. We will not succeed. There's a hope. There's a hope that we can pass this evil trader, get rid of this evil trader one. And I think we're going to do that. I don't want to sell population, so...
Yes, sir.
So we did liberate 1,000 slaves. We sent in a hit squad. He did not see it coming at all, but sadly some of his henchmen managed to get away. Okay, well, 1,000 people gained from that, I think. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Oh Lord, this is very important. They took this factory from us. They made it to the pole first. Now, the AI does get to build roads for free, which has always kind of bothered me. I think Vic is looking at this, because they do preposterous things like have this road running all the way north. So they've actually made it all the way up there. I don't know if they're, like, you know, getting free supply or what it is, but they made it all the way to the North Pole, and in the process, they've taken what I would consider is rightfully mine, an automated factory all the way up there. We really zoom out. If I can add colors back, is it 6? 5? Yeah, 5. So there's their coloring. They're down here, this orange color. I don't know. I guess you can really make a case it's for either person. This city should be ours, which case I think that region should be ours. But I don't know. Should we go back against these arachnids? Okay, 3 move here. The militia is the units we want to push, but the ones with artillery are not the ones we want to move. Like you. Oh, you're not militia at all. Yeah, that's right. We forgot to do replace. We need our SHQ to replenish troops. We are missing 4,600 of these. We can't even build that many. We don't have enough metal. Well, let's start getting on it though. I mean, start getting as many as we can. So let's go to the management, to the types, make sure that they're both okay. Yeah, we'll consider this regular, this low. That's for in general. Yep, this will be good. That's fine. I should allow those units in, no problem. You know what? This is actually an interesting point in time. I think we could attack Onzerbrook. We've actually, by failing, we succeeded. I think we're actually able to attack them. Okay, we can get 5-1 odds, but let me see what happens if we do bombardment first.
Fire, we're ready.
Some good hits. Looks like 6 hits again. Yeah, not good. We just needed to succeed once in order to win, but it doesn't look good, does it? So what we need to do is start positioning some troops to the south, I think. Like these two. So we'll attack from 3 sides next turn. Like you'll attack from here. You'll attack from here. You'll do bombardment. Or you might even be better off attacking. Yeah, you will do bombardment. And then there's one up here which does bombardment, I think. No, they're both here. Yeah, there they are. And then these 2 really pathetic units will do the attack unless I bring this one in, which I will. Okay, fair enough. Let's see what happens. Do they let the AI cheat because the AI is so terrible without cheating? Asks Silas Genovese. I think this is just a really difficult thing. You have to somehow condition an AI to build roads to like it needs like future vision. Where does it need roads in the future to do logistics? You need to do it in such a way where you only need like when we're thinking of how to build a road, we do so much future like foresight. We're looking into the future. Like where am I going to need right now the AI builds roads on an as-needed basis. And in order to do road construction, like the reason why I did road construction here is because I know my objective is to be able to supply this in the future. Giving that kind of intuition to an AI is quite a difficult thing. It's very, very, very difficult to give that huge... Because basically what you're asking the AI to do is to simulate the future. And that requires... It's possible. You could do it. But it would be incredibly resource intensive. The AI turns would you'd have to let them run for like tens of minutes to like process all the information. I mean, I'm just giving a sample. I have no idea how much time it would actually take. It may take hours. But in order to give the AI the tools it would need to build roads in a sophisticated manner, I suspect it's going to be very resource intensive. So... That's what I'm referring to, Silas. Just the fact that they are able to build roads. I don't know if they're given supply for free. Those are, it's always... I think developers typically try to mask these things. They try to hide them, right? Because it's never... When you find out that the AI just is given stuff for free because it's not smart, it's just it's a very unsatisfying thing. But that's the way a lot of games are done. I mean, just the way it is. Because, good AI is very difficult. I think we will move against these again. If I can get these two together, cannot. Okay, well, let's start moving the 4th up this way. Kind of doing this zigzag. Ooh! What do we have here? Hot baths, which are getting population happiness +1. And, of course, it's taken. It's already occupied. I will continue with the road as well. Keep building this north. Why did you choose to make a road? Right now? I made this road because I want supply. If I go to used, you can see that we actually could have drawn supply as far as here, no problems from our main rail line. I think as a rule of thumb, I would say 3 hexes. So your troops, in order to actually get supply, any of your military units, they have like I don't know, it's like abstracted as supply runners or something like that. They don't actually need to be connected to a road directly. So they get their supply, basically the supply trickles along these veins, the roads or the railroads. And then the units, it can still travel off those roads to your units. And that power is given in this game. The abstraction of the off-road component is given to the end user. So the military units. So the idea is that they can move like 100 action points to get to the nearest supply where they want to use it. Van Bishop says, correctly so. Exactly. I was actually going to bring up the Civilization series. It's so funny that you mentioned it. But Van Bishop says most 4X games follow Sid Meier's Civilization footsteps, and AI cheating is paramount for that series. Yeah, that was going to be my reference point. There's another one I think that, it was obvious in Advanced Tactics Gold as well. You could see the AI building roads for free there, and it's just a very difficult thing, and beyond, it's not that it's difficult, it's like fundamentally a difficult problem to solve, as in computationally difficult. So it can be solved, it just cannot be solved well, because it's kind of like a... Anyways, I was going to say traveling salesman, but I mean, let's not get into the software engineering of all this, but it's just a difficult problem. And I basically don't know enough to talk extremely intelligently about it, but I know a lot more than I did maybe 5-10 years ago, where I was in the shoes where I would just say, why is this happening? It's really cool. I mean, a lot of people who are into these kind of games, especially with logistics, might be interested in software development or, software, programming of any kind. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if there's a class on AI, developing AI for video games, but that's really interesting. That's always been something I've liked, the idea of building an AI. So, for a game, I mean, like scripting an AI for this. How do you compute scores appropriately and all that? It's very fun to think about. Okay, anyways, let's, I think we're not going to do the attack yet. I could, but let's wait till, the end of the stream so that I can just immediately leave and not suffer the shame and the embarrassment of a defeat. Just leave before people throw rotten fruit at me. That's my tactic. Didn't really look at the oil, fuel, food situation either there. That was a mistake. Oh, Captain Darwin says, to be more clear why at that spot, the AI can be given some weighted decisions to work with, similar to pathfinding logic. What? Oh, okay, no. Okay, Captain Darwin, I probably don't understand the premise. I don't know if you're asking me why I built that to as a leading question. We did kill 200 infantry, so we did a lot better against the spiders this time. I didn't know if you were asking as a leading question. I didn't know if you were asking from the perspective of somebody who doesn't understand logistics in this game at all, and therefore wanted to know why I was building a road at all. So sorry, I didn't understand basically the premise. So if the premise is to discuss how to encourage AI to build roads here, yeah, I am building this road here. I was preemptively building it to supply my troops in the, because I knew that they were going to go north. I knew I was planning to go north. I don't know if the AI, like I think Paradox does this a little bit. They give the AI battle plans, like some general long-term goal. And even in Hearts of Iron 3, you could do that for them. You could set long distance objectives so that they knew what they would ultimately have to start moving troops towards. And maybe Vic has in his AI that kind of, maybe that's how he programs his AI. He gives objectives and then has them respond accordingly. I don't know. If that's the case, then he could try to build roads into that infrastructure. But as you can see, this road is just being built up, it looks like, to supply this point where he has some unit up there somewhere. So this road building, look, it is just the AI is not going to do it elegantly. So right now it doesn't use resources to build roads, but I think it might actually be fixed before the game finishes. So he mentioned in one of the notes at some point that he wants to get the AI to not cheat for roads, which would be amazing. I mean, that would be a real accomplishment, because it's obviously something which has hounded his game since time immemorial. I mean, since Advanced Tactics Gold, I know it's been there, or at least I remember it there. I hope I'm not misspeaking. I believe it was there. Let's get these guys to sit on the same hex just to magnify their defensive capabilities. We'll do kind of the same thing. So this is what we're up against right now. Arachnids. They have 200 attack, 100 defense. Even against, I guess they have extremely acidic, metal-eating. They have heart attack. I don't know how to justify that. They somehow can get in and destroy. Oh, we have more militia. Hooray. Where does this go? Yeah, I mean, this unit now is completely useless over here. The only thing we could do, probably do want to do, is just drive this unit as far north as possible to establish our border. But they've already taken what is probably the most important piece over here, this automated factory, which is really important. Yutter says you could basically create an updated version of Empire of the Fading Suns. So I'm not very familiar, by the way, with Empire of the Fading Suns. We were just talking about it. I was just talking about it with Ben from the Explorminate podcast. But I haven't looked into it. There's like a whole list of games I need to check out. There's, at any given time, everyone has this, right? Just the laundry list of games that you're trying to look at. Okay, so this is pretty interesting, the way the AI moved here. They did not reinforce, so I think this is it. I think this is our attack. I'm going to not attack with this one, so I'm going to do this, switch, but I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to do the range attack with I want this unit. Actually, we have enough units. I am going to bombard with it. I'll tell you what, because we have enough units now surrounding it that I think we're going to have more than enough people available. So let's do this attack with all artillery available and just hope, even better, got to kill.
Roger that.
Honestly, not the best turn. We got four hits total versus 6 in the previous turns. Yeah, you can see their readiness didn't drop almost at all. But we kind of committed, didn't we? Let's do it.
Engaging enemy.
I think we're going to get it.
Mission
Yeah.
successful.
So we only lost militia. That's fantastic. Finally! This is amazing. Oh, no, I didn't want to close that. Man, another misclick. This is really amazing. So we did some damage to the light industry, but it's repairable. and to the dome farm, but they're both repairable. This is great. So anybody who can move in, I do want several people moving in. We shouldn't have to worry about these units. They should just disintegrate next turn because they don't have a place to hail from anymore. I want somebody on zone of control for this thing. Yeah, that was really good. Whoo! Oh, you can actually move all the way over here. That's actually what I wanted. Somebody to protect this asset. Yeah, that was really good. Fantastic. Yoder says it's pretty much like this, but with a layer above the planets. You are one with the space and... Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry, I know the purpose. So it's basically smaller planets like this, hex-based smaller planets, but then multiple of them. Yeah, I mean, I've read a lot, or I've heard a lot about how it's... I haven't heard a lot. I have heard, at least, that it's impossible to manage. It's just too time-consuming. So we'll attack our spiders next turn. I mean, this is actually... I was right, I would say, that this happens to be a very fun map to play. Now, with the Eastern City taken, we can expand in peace. We have a new metal source. This is so huge. Like, I feel a little bit like, I mean, to use a very common example, like Germany must have, before the start of Barbarossa, when they were, very taxed on supplies. I don't know if Barbarossa was even kicked off too much to conquer oil, but let's at least follow that myth, or potential myth, story. So I really, really needed the metal over here. I'm so glad we have this city. The very first thing I'm going to do is build a road over there, and then the second thing I'm going to do is build a metal extraction thing. Because going back to our resources, okay, food is no problem. I don't know what the heck's going on, but food is no problem at all. Metal is actually positive. I think it's because of 41, 31. Yeah, so we got more oil coming in. So in that case, it's just oil. It's down to just oil again. We'll sell anything we can, including 97 metal. No, we can't sell that. We'll sell a lot of food because we have a ton of it now. And it looks like a surplus. Sell 800. It's not only going to give us 160 credits.
Roger that.
Okay, our SHQ commander chipped in, put some pressure to get us a little bit of a better deal. We are gaining rare metals pretty quickly. I guess we can sell 200 of these. Why am I doing this? Oh yeah, we want to buy fuel. So we don't need to sell that yet. We just need to buy fuel. And still not that expensive. I will take it at this price. We are going to be essentially broke, but we have enough fuel. This is obviously a problem we have to solve in the long term. The other says also consider adding in internal relations to the leader of each faction, like decisions game with Stalin. Oh yeah, the decisive campaigns Barbarossa. So there is a bit of that. In fact, the personnel system is brought in, I'm pretty sure, from Barbarossa. Incident with perceived cowardice. Populous Mars is angry at, of course, the director of the Economic Council. Oh no, this isn't the Military Council guy. What the heck? This is the Economic Council. No, we're losing them all. Well, I prefer anything but fist, so we'll take the heart.
Copy that.
Our relations with him suffer by -18, but okay, we'll accept. Yeah. Things are not going well. I think this is a normal difficulty start. Again, I want to emphasize for those of you picking up the game next Thursday, do not start on hard, and only start on regular if you're like a glutton for punishment. If you're a real sadist or masochist, I think it's maybe more appropriate because it's a self-sadist, right? Cannot attack this turn. We'll wait one more. Things are going okay though. Maybe we should isolate. We'll do one more turn, and then we'll surround this unit. That'll force them to attack. If we're going to do that, though, we are going to need some roads over here. Let me turn off the used. It is useful, but let's build this road. Just 2, I think, should be enough to provide supply for now. In fact, we don't need any of the supply going this way. So I'll roadblock that. Yeah, and I haven't done a very good job. I think that it might require... Hey, welcome, Grognerd. It might require more manipulation of traffic signs to get a good logistics going on. Like, what do we have? We have no units over... Oh, yeah. We have that unit who's going to be... He's going to be so out of supply anyways, we might as well just cut off logistics here. So, like, at this road, just say no more logistics, which will push more everywhere else where it's needed. We could, like, if we wanted to, like, cut down this by a bit. So, like, we don't need much going this way or this way. Neither of these 2 X's are going to draw much. We basically just need enough to take these materials home. And I think it's 1 logistical point per like, resource you're gathering. So with the 77 we have here, we would only need 77 logistics. Obviously, we just limit that up to 95% or something. No. With only a 400 coming in, we'd probably have to. So we have, basically we want to give 100. So we need 75%. So we'd say 60%. Should be enough. Then what do we need here? We have 121 coming out. So we probably need 40% going that way. Sorry, this is how much do I block. So I want 60% going this way. So I'm going to block 40%. I want 25% going this way. So I'm going to block 60. Could I get away with 80? 1/5 would be 80. Yeah, it's actually enough. So I can do this. No. Anyway. Hi, thanks Friar Oakenshield. He just cheered 5 bits. Alright, let's end the turn. Let's see how this thing resolves itself, and then we'll probably call this stream to a close there. Made good progress in this one, I'm glad. And when I see you next time, on June 4th, so I've been, like, slithering. I'm going to, of course, try to... How has the stream quality been, by the way? I haven't really chatted much. Chat's been a little quiet today, which is perfectly fine. I know I don't, like, care about that. I appreciate that, since I myself like to just go and watch streams, and I don't always like to participate. Just like to watch what's going on. Essentially, most of my content is on YouTube. Didn't introduce myself, but I am, as the video description says, Tortuga, from the Tortuga Power YouTube channel. Oh, we lost 100. I thought we killed them, but no, we lost. And so I mainly do YouTube, but as far as the stream, okay, so we conquered Osnabrück, got a fate point. How has the stream quality been, though? Watching at 1080p with no problem, that's very good, Grogner. Let me know if there's any hiccups. Like today, this is so weird. I've had so many internet problems, and even yesterday I was having problems. For all the previous streams, I made sure the stream was okay the day before, and it was, and then the day of, it had problems. So, boy, I just feel like I just cannot predict. Oh, and look how beautiful this is. This is amazing. Osnabrück really is ours. Oh, this is so good. Okay. True to form, gotta build a road immediately over there. And I'm going to send it through all the other places just because it looks more cool that way. If we eventually want another road, we might build one north out of here. Because who knows what lies, further on. And we want to find out what is in the Bruno Flats. Love these little names. That does remind me a lot of Empire of the Fading Suns. Somebody mentioned that. I saw those. Or was it Armageddon, Apocalypse? There was another game I was looking at. Yeah, I know you're cut off, but buddy, if you can, just keep going. Ooh, Marauders. Don't keep going. Does that mean they've actually... Oh, this is big. These Marauders, believe it or not, have done me a great favor. Let's go back to traffic and basically allow supply to trickle back up to this militia. So these Marauders are going to take over that Hex asset, I believe, maybe. And if they do, if we can push them that way, then we can just gobble up the Hex asset right behind them. It's a very devious plan. First order of business is going to be to eliminate these spiders, though.
Going in.
Okay, we did take some casualties, and actually the spiders. I don't know how they have the tactical wherewithal. They actually retreated. History-wise, where was it that we were attacked and did not? Yeah, it was here. Interesting. So I grouped up these two guys just so we wouldn't have that problem. Incident with discipline. Oh man, my military council guy he's down to 3. He hates us, and now we have Beetlejuice as our governor is also having problems. We just have a string of discipline problems. What is causing this? Could it be my enforcement? My lack of autocracy? My heart? Why do they wound me so? Well, again, I just don't want to unrest, so we're going to discipline the leader.
Sir.
Commerce gets to 42. Doesn't seem very likely to me, but we'll accept the demand and attempt it. Petition in Olmsebrook to get democracy higher. Okay, there's some displeasure, a number of prominent businessmen. Okay, so this is a difficulty roll, 112 versus 137. We can't possibly succeed that. So we will have to intimidate them to drop the petition, because otherwise this is going to backfire and we'll actually gain a lot of unrest. In fact, maybe I want to showcase that. I don't know. No, I mean, it will hurt. It'll be a lot of unrest. It unfortunately has the side effect of making people happy. No, I guess we just can't do it. We'll do the autocracy. Unrest will increase by 10%. Oh my god, here, another one. Worker strike in Zellerar. Zellerar? Yeah, they're not that happy. Why not? It says it dropped by 13, though. It increased by 2 and dropped by 1. Why is this dropping by 13? Something weird. It does not match its amount. Welcome at Ducks. Ellen Devout says, "Hi Tortuga, you made me buy Rule the Waves." Oh yeah. Munin says no hiccups. That's fantastic. That there's. I can't believe it. I'm actually shocked. There. I even lowered the bitrate upload bitrate of the stream just because I was fearing we'd have some issues. But it's working at 1080, which is amazing, and so that means the lowered bitrate didn't impact things. I gave it a cushion, so it was a little bit higher than it needed to be before this. But even better, there's been no interruptions. That's fantastic. I'm actually shocked. I don't even know how that's possible. I was expecting interruptions. Okay, 5% of the workers of Zolar are about to start striking. What the heck? We'll give in to their demands. 161 credits, you say. Olmsebrook to a big town. I will ask later because I think we're going to have some problems in Olmsebrook. These people both hate me. No. No, these are not good people. Let's recruit a junior.
Roger that.
Okay, there we go. Now we have somebody who doesn't hate us, but is also incompetent. He's really a warrior. Damn it. This guy's probably the best bet, then. Can I recruit more people? Yes.
Roger that.
Come on. Yep, that new guy also hates me. Wow, we got some real problems here. Not a lot of people like us. So my little warrior dude, Aaron, he is probably the worst pick. For governor, you really want high charisma. Not that guy. I guess we'll go with Hubert.
Aye, aye, sir.
His relations will improve, but I think they'll eventually decay. Yeah, so then we have to solve this money crisis. Okay. Scientific exchange, let's keep doing that. Lowers the fist, which I don't really want.
Yes, sir.
Makes some people happy. So the last decision, can we somehow manage to find a way to trade ourselves? Oh god, that doesn't look good. 2 money. I'm not going to make the mistake of selling metal again, even though it's priced to move. Guess we will sell this. How many credits do we need? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Let's sell 200. This is insane. We'll never need money again. I'll sell 300. Oh my god, that's... So, hey, I didn't know how right I was when I said this, but it actually is true. We can sell rare metal and then buy metal. We don't have to because there's now a metal plant over there we can start setting up, but boy, how that has worked out rather nicely. Now, with only 2 machine parts, I'd like to take this moment to just buy 4 more. You know what, we'll go with 6 because we have that huge surplus of money. Rare metals have just saved our butt. How cool is that? That you could, look at, you're always strapped for resources, but the game gives you workarounds. We have rare metals, so we sold it, and now we can buy whatever we need, including solving this problem with people needing money. Workers rioting, and we just give them money to go away. Sounds fair. I'm sure that they won't come back. And then we can also buy, if we want, more fuel, which is still expensive, but it's not more than we can pay for. We can actually pay for it. And this is just not a long-term solution, though. We'll have to find some way. Honestly, I think I'm just going to destroy this thing. I don't know what, if anything, this supply structure is doing. Will there be a navy in this game? At Dux asks. I think it's planned for the future. But no, not at release. So I talked to Vic. I believe he mentioned, this is unofficial, so I don't know, because I'm saying it's unofficial, not because I feel like I'm violating any, agreement I have to talk about it, but more actually because I don't remember very clearly. Now, aircraft did exist in Advanced Tactics Gold, so I don't see any reason why they can't make a return to Shadow Empire. And so did naval assets. And I think that Vic has a plan to do naval stuff, but I don't, and I feel like he will do aircraft. But oh yeah, that's right. The problem with aircraft is the different planet types. We live in a world where aircraft exists because we have an atmosphere. But a lot of planets in Shadow Empire don't have an atmosphere, in which case you can't have aircraft, you can only have spacecraft. That's kind of interesting to think about. But that does add some challenges about how do you deal with aircraft. So I can see that being extremely difficult. Anyways, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here. I usually go over, so for once, I'm going to leave you guys on time, or in this case, a little bit early. So this is Shadow Empire, another stream of it. It's a lot of fun. 4X game, 4X war game, hybrid. You have to know how to war game in it, but it certainly is the base gameplay cycle is a 4X game. Charcoal Cheeto says he just got here. That's okay, Charcoal. There's always Motorsport Manager. Van Bishop says, thanks for the stream. Very interesting. Well, thank you for tuning in, Van Bishop. And I'll be back next Thursday, and that'll be for the release stream. So, next Thursday, when you buy this game and you're confused about what to do, I don't know what time the stream is. I'm guessing it'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific, so the same time that this stream started. I'm guessing that's the time. So when you buy the game on June 4th and you want to do your very first game, let's all do that first game together. Let's all go together and design more or less the same planet type. So let me just save this one real fast. Stream 3 May 12th will now be Stream 3 May 26th. It's been 2 weeks. And let me go now to the new game. Let's go to a new game. So let's, we can all do this together. I think it might be a kind of fun thing for people. If you're a little intimidated about what to do, we can all just start a new game together. Castanar says, been looking forward to release for a while. Yeah, it's so great. We can all, maybe at the very start of the stream, before it begins, I'll do a vote on what planet type people want me to do for the first release stream. I recommend Siwa. This is the one, the middle row, right column. I do recommend Siwa for your first time, and I do recommend beginner difficulty. But I can do the game at hard difficulty or probably not that, but regular difficulty, and you can do it on easy. It won't impact the difference between us too much. And we can kind of try to develop something similar-ish. We're obviously not going to be on the same planet, but we can try to follow through the same, the atmosphere and all that. It's very interesting. So I see that it's impossible for me to actually end a stream early. I just get sidetracked. But all the beautiful things you can do. We can try to get a planet more or less the same, and then maybe our planets are going to have more or less the same geology and their atmosphere conditions. So if we do this, then people who are just learning how to play, can just mimic the steps I'm taking for their first game. Might be helpful. That's one way of doing it. I kind of like that idea for, Cloud Forest. This sounds really interesting. If only I hadn't done a shrouded map. I really would like to have seen what this one looked like. But I guess we can just continue through and start the game. Anyway, that's going to, like I said, bring this stream to a conclusion. Now I'm so curious. I actually have to go in and see what this looks like, Cloud Forest. And yeah, so next, mark your calendars, as people have already said they're doing. June 4th, Thursday, next Thursday, we'll be launching. Must see what the Cloud Forest looks like. Darn you, Vic, you got me. I love the planet creation. What do I look like? Interesting. Dismiss. Probably should delete those since I already know them, but let's move. What does our planet look like? Oh, look at this artillery unit. Wow, that's so interesting. Oh, yes. Oh, it is so cool. Just love this. Just go around that guy. That is so cool. Cloud Forest, I don't know. This looks like a fun start. Maybe I'll even keep playing this one off camera. But that's going to do it. So thanks again, guys. And I'll catch you back next week for the June. It's not Tuesday. It'll be Thursday for the Shadow Empire release stream. Otherwise, I am Tortuga Power. I will leave a link in the chat here. .com/Tortuga Power. HTTPS. Let's see if this works. I left a link in the chat, otherwise known as a chink, I guess. I left a link in the chat to my channel. If you're interested, I have a Shadow Empire multiplayer series with Das Tactic right now, which that's been brutal. We did that on hard difficulty, and it is tough. So otherwise, you can follow. I'm pretty active in my Discord, which you can find from my channel. Feel free to drop in. We do a lot of multiplayer games. And I don't think we'll do a Shadow Empire multiplayer game because this is a bit of a slow-paced thing. It's usually things like, Artemis, Arma, things like that. But if you enjoy my content, or if you feel like, I kind of feel like the people watching the stream are the exact people I like to have in my community. So feel free to check out more of my stuff. And otherwise, thanks again to Slytherin for bringing us this opportunity. I'll catch you guys back next time.